Hello, hello. Welcome to the live stream. Tonight, I just thought we would get together for a little while and have a bit of a chat and start to go through and organize some of this lovely fabric that I have behind me. I'll take it out, we can look at it, and then sort it and organize it. And then hopefully you can chat with me and keep me company while I do that. So I think there's nobody here just now. I think I'm by myself, but that's okay. I'm going to just go ahead and get started. So I'm just going to take everything out of this first cubby and then start going through it. Okay, so I've got some really great fabrics in here and some things in here I would technically classify as toile fabric. So this one is a really beautiful, it's not coming up true to color. It's like a more of a mustardy yellow polka dots. And I have a whole lot of it, probably at least 4 yards. So I'm thinking about making a dress out of it that that I've made before, but since I'm shrinking, I'm kind of hesitating about what particular pattern I should definitely use, but you know, I can't just wait to make things with my fabrics. I just need to make things for how I am now. If I wait, I'll never do it. I'm just going to tip you back so I can stand up a little bit, just so I can fold this. Okay, so I was watching Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room, and she was showing us a folding technique that she's been using on her things, and I wanted to try it. This fabric piece is just huge. So I'm going to turn you this way so that I can be at the table folding and talking to you. Okay, so some fell on the floor. All right, so I'm going to move my cutting mat, lay this out, give it a fold. So I'm going to move you to the other table so that you're not being jiggled, because I don't want you to get motion sickness. So this table will be more stable. And I'll still be able to see any comments that anybody makes in the chat. So, and you'll still be able to see me. Okay, so I'm going to work on this folding technique that Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room showed us. So I'm just going to get this laid out flat. I'm trying to clear all the stuff off of my work table here. Okay. So get this laid out flat. And I have to decide how wide I want them to be. But I think this is just too much to work with. So I'm going to fold it in half again so that it's not so big. So she was saying as long as you start with a rectangle, then it's fine. So here we go. Have a rectangle. Okay. So now I have to decide how wide I want it. And I think maybe I will fold it into thirds. So what pattern do you think I should use for this dress? I'm thinking something with a circle skirt because I want it to be I want to use as much of this fabric as possible, and I want it to be very full. So here we go. Okay. So then she said, so you fold this down. No, this is the end. Yeah. So I want to fold this down like this. This will be my pocket here. So I'm making a pocket to put the fabric in on this side. So then I fold it like that. And then you put it in the pocket. Okay, so it's supposed to make a neat little package like this. And it's more likely to stay and not get unfolded. Okay, so that's the first fabric. The next fabric is this beautiful orange and teal. Now this one's almost already folded, nice. So this one is another polyester, similar to the pink polka dotted dress I just made. So I know this fabric is going to be a bear. That kind of makes me not want to sew with it, to be honest. But I know it'll be beautiful. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to fold this down. I'm going to try and keep them around the same size so that my shelf will look more uniform. So I'm just going to keep this there to compare the size. So then I start folding this one down. And then fold this into the pocket. So I have to decide. Ooh, this is slippery, slidey fabric. So yeah, there we go. There's another packet. So there's the first two. And I'm gonna put these back on my shelf. And then my plan is once I get them all folded nicely into little packets like this, then I can sort them according to color because it'll be so much easier to see what I have. So I'm just going to put these here for now. This up here is not fabric. This is a latch hook rug that my daughter made when she was a kid, and I couldn't bring myself to get rid of it. And this is a quilt top I made from fabric scraps from when I was a child. My mom used to sew our clothes. And so this quilt top that I put together is made from all those scraps of clothes that my mom made for us when I was growing up. So this, it's a giant king size quilt, and I haven't had the chance to get the stuff I need to put it together. But it's huge. It's huge. But this fabric, it's been sitting around since I was a kid, so it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Hey, Copper Horse. Yes, you did. You caught me live. How are you doing? It's good to see you. I have emptied. Oh, thank you. Yes, it is a family heirloom. That's right. I haven't finished it yet. It's still just a quilt top, but I hope to soon, maybe starting in the fall. Maybe that'll be my fall project when it starts to get all cold and snowy here. I can just start putting it together. So yeah, but this top shelf here is not fabric. So it's this quilt, and this is a quilt, a wall hanging world map I made when the kids were little. It was one of those pre-printed things. And then I just quilted it and made it into a wall hanging. And I should probably just pass this on, but I don't know. It has a lot of fond memories. So I don't know. I'm not ready to let it go, I guess. So until I'm ready to let it go, it's gonna sit on the shelf. So yeah, that top shelf is not fabric. And then this is a Copper Horse. This is a latch hook rug that Naomi made when she was a little kid. So we worked on this kind of together. So I didn't want to get rid of this either. I was thinking about hanging on the wall here in the sewing room somewhere. But yeah, that's what's on that shelf. And then this shelf I emptied. Ta-da! And I've already started going through some of the fabrics. So this one is a polyester, similar to the pink. Did you see my pink polka dotted dress I made for this spring to wear in London? It's a similar fabric to that. So it's going to be really hard to sew because the seams are so bouncy. It shifts and it slides and it bounces and it's really difficult. So I need an easy pattern for that one. And then there's this, which is not a bouncy fabric. This is more of it's a viscose twill. So it's a very beautiful weight. And I'm thinking of big dress, like something with a circle skirt that's really twirly, and I don't know, something like that. So what I'm doing with my fabrics is I'm taking them down. I'm going to fold them into these little packets and temporarily put them back on the shelf. And then once I have all the fabrics folded nicely, then I can shuffle them and file them according to color, like color family. So that's my goal. I doubt I'll get it all done tonight, but we can chat and I can fold. Okay, so latch hook, maybe with Naomi. Yes, made with Naomi's hands. It's treasure. I saw the polka dotted fabric. It was challenging. Yes. Oh my God, it was so hard. That dress, one dress took me 2 weeks, whereas normally I could make a dress in two days. But that dress took me 2 weeks because it was so hard. I hope to not have to do that again for a while. Okay, so this is some scraps left over from that dress. I will take care of that at a later time. This happens to be a big scrap. Does it look familiar? I think I have enough here to either make a nice button-up shirt or a super simple dress that doesn't have a lot of extra frou-frou. So, oh, I dropped some of the smaller pieces. So I'm gonna work on folding this after all the big pieces are done. Tonight I'm wearing, this is called the Avenir jumpsuit by Friday Pattern Company. And I made it when I was smaller last summer when I was 20 pounds lighter than I am now. So it's a little snug through here, but not so much so that I won't wear it because I love it. I love, love, love this. Yes, big dots for a big skirt. That's right. Oh, a 50s poodle skirt. But I would want a dress. So some kind of really cute bodice with some like drama in the sleeve, some sort of drama in the sleeve to match drama in the skirt, and then a simple bodice to show it off. That's what I'm thinking. So I just have to figure out what that is. Okay, so the next fabric is actually one I have been eyeing up lately as a possible next project. This is a viscose, and it's a very nice weight. Here, let me do a single layer here. It's a very nice weight of viscose. It would be, it's not at all sheer. It's perfect for a dress, and I wouldn't have to line it, which would be great. Kitchen aprons are nice to make when you don't have enough of. Oh, I didn't think of that. That's a great idea. Okay, so I'm just going to lay this out on the table here. I have a table down here, and I'm going to see if I can get it folded into a neat little packet. This, I'm really loving this. This color right now seems to be something that I'm all about, because the last shirt that I made before I made that dress was in this fabric. Let me just open it up so you can see the front. Remember this fabric? I just made a shirt in this. It's similar color to this. And my dress is kind of like a paler version of this, same color. So I seem to be on a pinky kick for some reason. I'm not sure why, but if it's a good color, it makes me happy. That's what I'm going to go for. Okay, I'm just lay this out flat on this side. I'm going to turn you a little bit. There we go. So this fabric, this little Dissy print viscose, I got in France. I think. I can't remember if it was France or Africa. Oh, shoot. It's all kind of running together now. But I remember getting this recently. I think it was France. And I remember just getting a lot of it because I loved it and I wasn't sure what I wanted to make. And I thought that if I got a whole bunch, because this table is 2 meters long. And this fabric folded in half covers the whole table. So I probably have 4 meters. That's what I'm thinking. Of course, that's before I wash it, and then it's probably going to shrink a bit. Okay, so I'm just trying to, it's got a bunch of bumps. I don't know why I'm being such a perfectionist with trying to get this folded. Okay, so I'm going to fold it into thirds to try and make it the same size as the other packets. And then I will do the folding up to make a neat little package. So I was talking earlier about how I was watching today in Jen's sewing room. Jen was showing how this folding technique that she's been working on to make everything easier. And so you fold everything into rectangles. You fold one end down to make like a pocket. And then you fold the other one up to it. No, that's not. I have to make a bigger fold. And then you just like this, and then you just take this and stick it in the pocket. And then you have a neat little bundle that will stay a neat bundle even when you move it around, which I move my fabrics around a lot because I like to go and fondle them. Okay, so now I have another neat little packet. So I'm going to put this on my shelf. Okay, and I'm going to get a new one. Let's see what I want to do now. No lining as a bonus. Oh yeah, linings are awful. Pink looks nice with your skin tone and hair color. Thank you. I shared this stream to Twitter, which is now called X. Oh, thanks. I hope I get more people. I do have the comments as subscriber only because I don't want any creepers on. I just want people who want to be happy and friendly, you know. So if they want to be happy and friendly with us, they're welcome to subscribe. Nice folding. Thank you. Okay, next fabric. Let's see. This is a fabric that I actually got from fabric.com before they went defunct because Amazon bought them and they went out of business as their own independent shop. So this is a silk satin. And it is the slipperiest, softest, most luscious, beautiful fabric that I am terrified to do anything with. It's so, yes, it is. You're right. It is beautiful. And that's the problem because I'm so scared because it's so slippery and it's bouncy and yes, terrifyingly beautiful. You are right. So this fabric is, I love this. I just love, love, love this. And I have enough to make something dramatic. Like, I think I might have 6 meters, possibly 6 meters. And that's a lot. So let me lay it out on the table here and we'll see. So, I'll see. And I think it's pretty wide too. Here's the middle. Oh man, I'm not even be able to get it on the table because my table is only 2 meters long. So if it hangs over the edges a lot, it probably is 6 meters. See, it is pulling itself off the table. It is so slidey. I can't even get it on the table. This, look, and now it's going off on the other end. This, Now you understand. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yes. I definitely have 6 meters because it's hanging off both ends quite a bit of the table. So I have enough here to do a full length, dramaful something. Um, it could be like with all of, and since the back side of the fabric is almost as beautiful as the front side of the fabric, it could have like all the ruffles and frills and everything, because it doesn't matter if it flops like when I walk, because you wouldn't be able to tell. So yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. And I'm I cannot. It is not even staying on the table. Copper horse. I need. This is a two-person fabric. I need two people here to just hold this thing on the table so I can fold it. It's sliding off again. This is really oh. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's beautiful fabric. It's oh, but man, just oh, I already have PTSD just from trying to fold it. Ay ay ay. Okay. I don't know how this is gonna go. Trying to fold it in some semblance of something that'll be neat for my little packets, you know? But it keeps pulling itself everywhere. Have a sewing brunch, serve some tea and crumpets, and have extra hands on board. Yes. I've done that before. Okay, so I'm gonna spill a little tea for you, Copper Horse. Here in Prague, there is an expat ladies sewing like circle, but here, let me sit down so I can spill some tea. So I have had invitations out for them to come and sew with me on a weekend, like on a Sunday. And I live in an area just outside of the busiest part of the city that's kind of in a more well-to-do area because of we're in corporate housing, which is supplied by my husband's job. So it's in a more nicer area, and so I'm a little away from the downtown part of the city where most people have their apartments. So because I have this great like sewing basement, right? So I was inviting people over, and all I got was complaining about how far it is to my place. And I was like, okay, I'm inviting you. I have big, long tables. I have lots of space to plug in at least 10 sewing machines. I have enough tables and space to line up 10 sewing machines along the wall here. And then I have a big cutting space upstairs on my kitchen island that would be great for cutting. And we could have a whole like sewing thing. And they came once. And then all they do is complain about how far it is to come to my place. So what can I do? So I made the effort several times when other people had social events. I took the train and I went downtown to their little apartments downtown, and yeah, it was very cramped and small and uncomfortable. And here there's tons of room to spread out and be comfortable. And they don't want to do it because it's too far. What can you do? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink, right? Okay, so trying to match up the sides here. Still trying to get this. Now that I'm done spilling tea, I'm going to still try and fold this. Okay, so I'm going to try and fold it smaller so maybe it won't walk around so much. That's the hope. Let me just get this so I can see you. That's the hope. Yes, it was very frustrating. So I don't know what to do about that. I mean, I've tried to be accommodating. I tried being the organizer for stuff, but I just got complaints. So yeah. The last time that I invited everybody out, a bunch of people said they were going to come, and then only 2 people showed up. So, you know, what are you going to do? Okay, so I'm going to try and fold this way and see if I can at least get it all on the table at the same time so it's not pulling itself off. Okay. Whew, this is, oh, you wrote a new comment. Hang on. I would love to get out and so see your lovely space. Well, you tried. There it was. Yeah. Seriously. I offered a free workshop for anybody who wanted to learn how to make, those little zippy pouch cosmetic bags. So all they had to do was bring the supplies, and I was going to let them use my machines, and they could. So I only had one person show up to that. So, yeah. I'm just having a problem getting any sort of community thing going on here. Like I tried to for my husband's work community, because there's a bunch of families in this area. I tried to start a bunco group. There's 21 families just around in these few blocks where we live, and only two said that they were interested in any sort of a bunco group. So I keep trying to get some kind of a social thing going so I'm not spending all my time in the house by myself, but most everybody else is like, they're like taking trips like all the time out in the city and doing stuff like that. And that's just not, well, I mean, I've seen Prague. I've done all the Prague things. It's meh, If I had visitors come, then yeah, that'd be a little more exciting. But, I don't want to spend all my time going out there. I would rather be here sewing and talking to you all. Okay, boy, this fabric, I'm still on this black silk fabric. Woo! But I got it all on the table now. So that's progress. I'm working up a sweat with this one. Or it could be a hot flash. Okay. All right, I'm ready to stuff it into the little pouch. Okay, this one is sliding around. Oof. So there's my little pouch. Hopefully this will work. Okay, next fabric. I think I should do one now that's not so hard to fold. They make table clamps. You might need. Yeah, no kidding. Yes, I remember the zippy pouches. Yeah, I still have it right over there on that shelf. Right there. Nope. Nope. Oh, you can't see it. There. Right there. Boop. There. I think the pandemic wrecked the world. A lot of people haven't recovered from that and still say, yeah, it's true. It's true. Okay, so this is a black cotton twill. It's a bottom weight fabric made for making pants. So I do have my eye on some pants. I have some pants patterns. It's a very heavy weight, good quality fabric. This will be a whole lot easier to fold than that silk. Okay, so turn you back here. Let's see. How much of this do I have? I think I might have 3 meters. Because yeah. So this table is, like I said, is 2 meters long. So this covers about 1.5 of the table. So I probably have 3 meters of that. Okay, so I'll fold it into thirds. I think I got this twill in Africa. Oh, no. I got this on the fabric.com before Amazon bought it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so make my little pouch. Excuse me. And slidey. And Bob's your uncle. Look at that. That was a lot easier than that other one. Okay, next. Okay, so I'll do a difficult one next since I just had a super easy one. This is chiffon. Now I had plans last summer to make a really cute, see it's super see-through, very pretty. I was going to make a really cute little, because it's the same on both sides. So I can make a little frilly blouse. I only have 2 meters of this. It's not enough for a dress. But it would make a really cute summer frilly blouse. And I could just wear a camisole underneath it, you know. So let's see. Where's the selvage? There it is. It's so light and floaty, and it's so pretty. I love, orange is my favorite color. I love this. Thank you. I got this. Where'd I get this? I got this in Africa. I think it was one of my final binge buys. Right before I left Africa, I was just buying a whole ton of fabric because fabric in Africa is so cheap. And so I was just like stocking up because I knew once I got to Europe, it was going to be really, really expensive. And I was right. Okay. So I'm going to fold it in half like this. And then I will make my little handy pouch thing that I'm hoping, I hope I can get all of the fabric here done that way so that when I'm sitting here making my videos, I'll just have lots of really pretty organized colors behind me, and it'll be a very attractive backdrop, for when I'm filming. Now, I was watching Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room. She's like the captain of the ship when it comes to the Friday Sews videos. And she said she wants to start making her Friday Sews videos into live streams. And so she was trying to figure out where her audience is so that she could figure out what time would be a good time to do her Friday Sews as a live stream every week. But, I think that probably wouldn't work for me because I'm living in Europe. And, I just don't think that that would be good for my subscribers that would be interested in a live stream. It would be fun to have more live streams, but I don't know. I love live streaming. One of the reasons why I love live streaming is because I don't have to edit anything. Africa, I think I watched you in the shop. They have such gorgeous colors and patterns. I've never seen. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The African fabrics, yes. And when I get to so yeah, you can see over here, I have these are some of my African fabrics. I'll get a few out to show you when I am done folding this one. And we can fondle the fabric. Because the African fabrics, the colors are just out of this world. The patterns are unusual. And I would never find these things anywhere else in the world other than Africa. Okay, let me just get this one done. And fold this into a little pouch. Hopefully it'll stay. Nice thing about this chiffon is it doesn't wrinkle. Oh, okay. Little pouch. Okay. Shall we fondle the African fabric? Here, let me move you closer. Hang on. Okay. So this is called Ankara. I'm sure you've heard of it. And it's kind of a famous kind of a fabric. And this one is 6 yards of 100% cotton. And the print is so exciting. It's such an exciting print. It's got a sticker on that's keeping me from opening it. Okay, there we go. Can you believe that? Gorgeous. I'm thinking I need pants. And if I had a pair of pants, like wide leg trousers, then I could just wear simple solid colored t-shirt of any color with it and look amazing. That's what I'm thinking I do with this one. What do you think? Okay. Next. Okay, this is a type of fabric called shui shui. And this one is also 100%. Most African fabrics, like traditional African fabrics, are 100% cotton because of cotton is cheap and it takes dyes so well, and it's easy to grow. So this is shui shui. This one is more shui shui. I got these for making handbags. I only have a meter of each of these shui shui ones. So they'll make amazing handbags. And then this one is more shui shui. I think like a handbag where I fussy cut this mandala to be like the front of it, and then another one for the back, like fussy cut it like that. I think that would be really, really pretty. Really pretty. Okay, this one is Ankara, and it's a giant print. So I have to stand back to show it to you. Hang on. How great is that? Love, love, love. I don't know what I want to do with this. I'm thinking a dress. I think this would make an amazing dress. So I have a couple more pieces of shui shui for handbags. You know, I can't resist a little bit of orange and teal. And then this one was just so fun. This one to me says wallet. Yeah. Or, you know, one of those roll up makeup brush holders, something like that. Because I don't have a lot of it. Something small. Okay. The next one is Ankara. And it's another giant print. I'm going to have to step back. Oop. Wait. Just wait. Surprise. How awesome is that? Okay, so yeah, it's got this huge motif on it that, I mean, it won't hurt it to get cut up into smaller pieces. You'll never know. It's such a big motif, you would never be able to tell. Okay. Next is a little bit more shui shui. So I have this one, which is similar. It's like the other mandala one. And you can see how stiff it is. It's because it's waxed. This is waxed cotton. But as soon as I wash it, the wax washes out and it becomes really, really soft. So this one. Look at all of your emojis. That's so great. Okay. And then, is this my last shui shui? Yeah, this is my last shui shui. It's similar to the blue one, only this one's green. Okay, next is, this one is the fabric that my bomber jacket's made out of. I have 6 more meters of that. I was thinking jumpsuit, possibly. I got this one because it reminded me of my mom in my childhood. Because when I was a little girl, it was in the 1970s. And there was a whole lot of this kind of a feel of fabric. I need a dress made out of this fabric. Like, I really do. I got it to make handbags, but I don't want to cut it that small. I love it too much. It reminds me of when I was a little kid and life was simple then, you know? Yes, bell bottoms, big giant flowers. Life was easy. America was a different place. I mean, you didn't have to lock your car. You didn't have to lock your doors. I mean, our car didn't even have seat belts in the back seat. Us kids just kind of rattled around in the back seat. You know, I mean, life was different back then. Yes, Hollywood. I remember Hollywood Squares. Oh. Okay, so I have 2 more Ankara fabrics, and they're the same motif but different colorways. So the first one is purple and blue. And the second one is red, orange, and purple. I'm serious. Red, orange, and purple. So this is like super, I would have to be very cautious. If I made clothes out of this one, I'd have to be really, really careful about what I made. You know? Petulia Clark. That does not sound familiar. So that's my African fabric stash that I haven't been able to bring myself to cut into them because I'll never be able to get them again, kind of a thing. But I don't want to keep them forever and not use them. But they're precious, you know? Oh, a British singer. Oh. Okay. My parents, not really into British. They listened to country music and American folk. That was pretty much it. I'm going to stick these back on my shelf. I unfolded this one. I'm going to have to try and I'll do that another day. It's fine. Okay. So get these back on my shelf. Okay, should we get back to our task at hand? Getting this cubby here. Excuse me. Getting this cubby folded nicely. So I'm just going to flip you. I got to put you back on the other table so I have space. Okay. The next fabric is an easy fold one. This is a faux suede, but it's like polyester. And for me, this says skirt, like just like an A-line skirt with like sort of like denim kind of styling with the top stitching and the butt pockets and, you know, belt loops and that kind of feel to it, like a denim skirt, but made out of faux suede. That's what I'm thinking. I do have a lot of it. And actually, this was gifted to me. Ooh. A long time ago. A long, long time ago. So long ago, I don't even remember when. That's a long time ago. Okay, so, all right. Trying to figure out how to make this the same size as the others. Man, how much of this do I have? I have way more than I need to make one skirt. And it's, I mean, I wouldn't, maybe a jacket, maybe like a bomber style jacket. Oh, you did? Did you like it? Did you wear it with everything? That's what I would have done. What do you think about a bomber style jacket made out of this too? See? Little skirt, little bomber jacket, or a little crop jacket. Like made in, like, you know what I mean? Like something like that. Not so Western, less Western, more, I don't know. Maybe a jacket or vest to go with this. Yes, a vest. You know, I've never made a vest. My understanding is that you don't need a lot of fabric for that. Actually, some of my smaller fabric scraps would be perfect for making a vest out of, because I have, it's like enough to make something, enough to keep, but not enough to make like a blouse. Because I'm busty, I need about 2 meters to make a blouse. Because I have to do like a full bust adjustment, and I have really big biceps. Like I have angel wings, so I always have to do like a full bicep adjustment, and I'm not comfortable with short sleeves, so I prefer a longer sleeve because I don't like showing that part of my arms. And so I do need more fabric if I'm going to make a shirt, 2 meters. So if I have 1 meter or 1.5 meters left over from a project, what am I going to do with it? Make a vest. It's a great idea. Okay, let's see. Man, this fabric has been around so long. It must be polyester because it doesn't have any wear on it at all. And I've had it more than a decade. and it doesn't have any fading on it. It doesn't have any, those different colored bars you get on fabric that has sat for a long time. Nothing like that. Like a crop jacket to go with the, oh, you mean out of my fabric, leftover fabrics? I don't really like crop tops because I have this, the shorter tops make me feel really self-conscious about this part of my body here. And I spend all my time thinking about pulling my shirt down and pulling my pants up. And it's very fidgety. You know what I mean? Okay. So let's see how much of this I have. Oh, I probably have 4 meters. Yeah, I have 4 meters and it's really wide. I have enough to make a skirt for me and a jacket and a vest, I think. I think there's enough for all of it. That's cray cray. That is a whole lot of fabric. But yeah, it's a nice heavy. It would definitely be great for keeping me warm in the Prague winter because it is cold here, man. And this Texas girl is just, I don't have the stuff you need to stay warm. But you know what? Oh, I got to spill more tea. Are you ready? So, before we lived in South Africa, we lived in Germany. And before we lived in Germany, we actually lived in Russia. We lived in Moscow, Russia. So when we moved to, my hair, I don't know what it's doing. Hang on. Let me figure this out. Okay, so when we moved to Russia, I bought a winter coat with the zip out lining that was down filled and really warm and cozy. And I used that coat when the winters in Moscow, when it was 40 degrees below zero, and the winters in Germany, when it was not so cold, but it was still cold enough. But then we moved to South Africa, and I didn't need the lining in the winter because it never got that cold. So I zipped out the lining and just hung it in my closet and left it. I just wore the outer shell. Well, I had an African housekeeper who loved the color purple. And guess what color the zip out lining was of my coat? Yes, purple. And somehow, between when I left her to pack my clothes in the box in South Africa, and when I unpacked my clothes from the box here in Europe, the down coat that zipped into my outer shell for a winter coat, the purple one, has disappeared. Now tell me, if you can put 2 and 2 together about what happened to my purple down coat. Yes. So, I'm very disappointed. And then when I was unpacking here, I was thinking, okay, it's going to get cold here, so I will go ahead and zip the lining back into my outer shell. Can't find it anywhere. Gone. Darn it. Darn it. Darn. So I refuse to buy a coat since, I'm only going to be in Europe for 3 years. And then who knows where I'm going to be after that. I mean, I could be in the Middle East. I could be in the Caribbean. I could be in South America. I mean, who knows? So I just don't feel justified in spending a couple $100 on a brand new, nice, heavy winter coat when eventually I'm going to move back to Houston. And it never gets cold enough to need the down part of the coat. I'll never need it ever again. So, because once we leave Prague, we're leaving Prague in 2026, June 2026, and then we will be overseas 3 more years. It's somewhere else. Don't know where. It could be anywhere in the world. Until 2029. And then we're moving back because my husband has to retire from overseas work. He can still work for the company, but he has to work, in America because he'll be 65. And they don't send you overseas anymore once you reach 65. So I'll never. I don't know. I did attempt a coat this winter. Remember, I made that opium coat? It was my very first coat. And I mean, while it's not horrible, it's also not great. I mean, it was definitely a learning experience, that's for sure. I mean, I learned a lot about sewing and about like lining things and slippery fabrics because I lined it with a satin lining. Oh, okay. I just forgot what I was doing. All right, I was folding this in half. I was so busy spilling the tea that I forgot what I was doing. It was a challenge. You're right. And I finished it and I'm proud of myself, but it's not perfect. And every time I look at it, all I can see are all the mistakes that I made. Blah. So, and the style of the opium coat, while it may be cute, it's a cute style, it just doesn't suit my body shape. It just makes me look even bigger than I feel like I should look. So, I think I might be passing that coat on to a charity shop or donating it to a homeless shelter or something, or like a refugee assistance center, something like that. I'm still here. I should turn you so you can still see me. There we go. Okay. So I'm just trying to get this end down flat with no bumps and lumps. There seem to be a lot of them. I'm not sure what's going on. Come on now. Be kind. Be kind to me. Just want to make you look pretty. Okay. Now I can do it into thirds. Long ways. Like a hot dog bun. And then fold that part down. Big long thread. And then bring you in. And then tuck you into the pockets. Ooh, it's very bulky. Maybe I'll do the top pocket. There we go. Shove, shove, shove. Trying to shove this guy into the pocket. Hang on, I'm going to get closer to you. and tip you down so you can see. I'm trying to shove this into the pocket like this. But this fabric, it's wonderful because it sticks to itself. So when I sew it, I won't have to worry about any sliding or bouncing. But when I'm trying to slide this in here, it sticks to itself. Okay. So here's my package. Slid into there so it stays folded. Look at that, it stays folded. Okay, and I'm gonna put this here. So there we go. It's looking better already. Okay, next fabric. It's another hard one. It's another one of those silky polyester fabrics like the pink polka dotted one I just sewed with. This one is what I would call a 12 fabric because while it's not my favorite colors, it's not my favorite pattern. I mean, it's not horrible. So I would definitely use this to toile a new pattern. And I think I have 6 meters of it, so I could use it to toile more than one. Yeah, I definitely 6 meters. Okay, so first thing I need to do is fold it in half because it's way too long. Wait, I lost the end. Hang on. Let's lay it out flat. See? What I like about this is if I made, say, palazzo pants, this fabric is very flowy, and it would make very flowy, swooshy palazzo pants. And then I could wear just a simple solid colored top of any color with this. But it wouldn't be like summery because this is polyester. So it'd be pretty hot to wear in the summertime, something like this. So it would have to be wintry, a wintry look. I'm trying to fold it in half because it's too long. 6 meters is a lot, you know. 6 meters of fabric is a whole lot of fabric. You're getting close to 7 yards. I mean, that's a lot. So is there anybody else here with us besides just you, Copper Horse? Or is it just me and you having our alone girl time? Let's see. Does it say how many people are watching? Let's see. Does it say somewhere how many people are watching? I think you're right. It doesn't, why doesn't it say? That's weird. It should say somewhere on my screen how many people are watching. It says 2 watching. Oh. Who else is watching? We'd love to chat with you. Okay. Trying to get this folded. Wow, this is a lot of fabric. Oh my. Why did I buy so much of this fabric? I don't even like it that much, but I needed something to make toiles out of, and they didn't have any muslin. In the description, it shows how many are watching. It does. Not on, I have a different screen than you do because I'm the one that's streaming. So on my screen, it doesn't show it. Okay. Hey, slidey fabric. Okay, now I'm going to fold it into thirds. Okay. And then I'm going to tip you down so you can see. So I have it folded into a long strip. And then this end here, I'm going to fold this down. And then there's a little pouch right here that I'm going to slide the end to when I get there. Okay, so then I'm just going to start folding this down. Until I get so that I have folded edge and folded edge here. And then this folded edge touches where the pouch is here. Then I take this folded end, open up the pouch, and stuff it in. And then I make a neat little package if I can get this very slidey fabric to cooperate. There we go. Little package, and it stays. It's not coming unfolded. How awesome is that? Is that awesome? Yeah. There we go. Okay. All right, next fabric. All right. Ooh, an easy one after that hard one. This one's an exciting one. This is just cotton. It's just a cotton, like similar to a quilting cotton, but this is like brushed, so it's smooth. And it would make I want to make a summer dress out of this one. I just need to find the right pattern. I need something that requires a structured fabric. But this would make an adorable summer dress. Okay, so how much of this do I have? It looks like I have 5 meters. So you say you see two watching and 2 likes. Oh no. That was only half. I have way more than 5 meters. Looks like I have 10 meters. But it's really narrow. That's why I got so much, because it's super narrow. Yeah, I remember that now. I remember thinking that's really narrow. I'm going to have to get a lot more than I think I need, because I might even have to, if I'm going to do a bigger skirt or sleeve, I might even have to sew fabric together or cut it out on the flat or do something to try and make it wider, because it's not very wide. I think it's only 45 inches wide, like quilting cotton is. I'm going to put you down so you can watch me what I'm doing. So I'm just right now trying to fold it in half, long ways, like this. Okay. Now I'm going to smooth it all out to the best of my ability. I'm gonna, since this is narrower, I'm just gonna fold it in half and instead of in thirds. The objective is to get it long and narrow. Now, Jen said that you can do this method with any textile, sheets, clothes, and she showed examples of a whole bunch of different kinds of clothes that as long as you can fold them into a rectangle first, then you can do the pocket and fold technique, and you can make it so that you can make little packages of all your clothes and file them vertically in your drawers, vertically, so that when you look down, you can see all of your clothes like this instead of stacked on top of each other and you have to dig in your drawers. I think that's genius. And when we pack for London, when I start packing for London in a couple weeks, each of us can only take one carry-on bag because we're flying Ryanair, and you have to pay for. I mean, you practically have to pay for the air that you breathe. You have to pay for every bag. You have to pay for carry-on bags. So we're each going to take one carry-on bag, and then between the 5 of us, we're going to get one checked bag to share. Now, the carry-on bags are only 10 kilograms. That's only 22 pounds. And the checked bag is only 20 kilograms, which is about 40 pounds. So if you think about how we're going to go to 3 semi-formal events in those 5 days that we're there, all 5 of us. And so we all need formal or semi-formal outfits, 3 of them. I'm gonna try the folding technique, this same folding technique that Jen was showing, with like dresses and dress shirts and even suits and stuff like that, because I think it's going to be the only way I'm going to get all of those clothes in luggage and still have them come looking halfway decent out the other side, you know? So we'll see how it goes. I'll tip you back down so you can watch me again. Okay. So folding it into a long, narrow rectangle. And then this end, I'm going to fold down to make my pouch. So I have my pouch. No, I don't. It's open on this side. What if I flip it over? No, it'll be open on one side. It'll be fine. It will be fine. So fold this down and then go to the other end and start folding it up to meet it. They meet right here. Both these ends are folded ends. You take this end and you stuff it into here, making a neat little package. And there we go. It looks like on my shelf here, it looks like I will be able to, if I keep folding it this way, I will get 2 stacks on my shelf. So I could do that for all my shelves, get 2 stacks. Welcome to the 2 other people who are watching. Please like this stream. Please comment. We would love to know who you are and where you are. It's just been Copper Horse and me for over an hour. She's been very gracious in keeping me company while I fondle my fabrics. So this fabric, I love, 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 love. This fabric is yummy. So it's a viscose, but it's a heavier weight viscose that is not sheer. Hi, Lori. I've been calling you Copper Horse because that's your screen name. So, this is a lovely orangish viscose. It's like a beigeish orange that I got in Africa. And I love this. And I want a dress made from this, a spring dress. I think I know, I have an idea of what dress I want to make. I made that one dress. I can't remember. Copper Horse is funny. Okay. So let me get my pattern book and I'll show you. So I have organized my sewing patterns into these binders. So what I did is I just took the pattern envelope and I just put the pattern envelope in here. And then I took the pattern paper itself and the instructions and I put them in these because I'm a tracer. I trace off all of my patterns. And so if there's no tracing paper in here, that means I haven't sewn it yet. So I needed some place where I could keep my traced off pattern pieces with everything else. And so I just label the report folder with what the pattern is. So I can keep this in my pattern book and rifle through it. And then I just get the pattern number and I go over to my shelf where these are and I just pull this out and I have my pattern to hand and I can see all of my patterns in this binder. I can look through them all, just like those, those pattern book catalogs at the fabric store. That's what it's like. So it's really nice. So I'm going to put this back on the shelf. Okay, so the dress I was thinking about for this, it's a simplicity dress. I have to find it. Hang on. Bear with. So it's Simplicity 9325, and I made this before. I made this version right here, and I made it out of an orange polka dot, and I love it. Love, 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 love. It's a great pattern. The best thing about this pattern is you just pull it over your head. There's no closures, no invisible zips, no buttonholes, no fuss, no mess. So I think that this dress, this fabric would look really pretty because it has a flutter sleeve and everything, and the delicate floral would look really pretty in that dress. You know who I got this storage idea from for my patterns is Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room. And it can't be beat. This is the best way to store pattern. Okay, back to the task at hand. I only have 2 more to fold after this, and then we can call it a night. Okay. And that'll only be one cubby done. But that's okay. That's okay. My main goal for tonight was to just have somebody to visit with. Because, you know, I'm just here in Prague by myself. Man, I think I might have 6 meters of this too. I might have enough to make 2 dresses. Because that simplicity dress doesn't take a lot of fabric. So, hey. All right. So I'm going to fold this in half this way because there's way too much fabric. Whew, that's a lot of fabric. It's hard to fold. I'm going to try to remember that Lori is your name, Copper Horse. Try so hard. I'm terrible at remembering. I have terrible brain fog these days for the reasons you know about those reasons. But yeah, it's hard to remember things. I have to put constant reminders on my phone just for everyday things like make a grocery list or take a kid to an appointment or I mean I can't remember anything. But okay. So this is really wrinkled, but I don't want to press it right now. Fold it in half. No, this one I'm going to fold in thirds because it's a little wider. Fold it in thirds. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to point you down again. Okay, so again, I have a long, narrow strip of fabric. So this is going to be my pouch end. So I'm just going to fold this down like that. And my pouch will be here. And then I go down to the other end. And I just start folding it up. Until they meet in the middle. So this end is folded, this end is folded. Here's my pouch. So I take my bulky side and I just shove it into the pouch. And then neaten it up as much as you want to. You don't have to. If you're a perfectionist, this might drive you a little crazy. But there. It's a neat little bundle. It stays folded. See? It's staying folded. So no matter how much I take my fabrics out and look at them or shuffle them around on my shelves, it's going to stay like this, and I don't have to worry about it anymore. There we go. Voila. All right. Next fabric. I only have 2 more. So this is another one of those polyester. Not sure why I bought this fabrics. Lemon, lime, and bittersweet. Hello. Welcome in. Hi, I'm so sorry I've forgotten your name. I'm Diana. Trauma definitely messes with the brain. I'm Carrie. Hi, Carrie. I love your material choices. What about this one? I'm not so wild about it. I think I will probably use this one for practicing, new patterns that I'm not too sure if I trying to get the fit right, things like that. So, you know, but it's polyester and it's slippy, slidey, and bouncy, which, I mean, so I don't know, Carrie, if you saw my last Friday Sews video where I showed this dress that I've been working on for 2 weeks, and I made several accountability videos because I was having such a hard time working on this dress. It was so hard to work on because I got the fit wrong. I got the fit wrong. That made it hard. It was outside of my normal measurements that discouraged me. And the fabric was like this polyester bouncy fabric. And it was beautiful. It's pink with white polka dots. It's a beautiful fabric. I love it. It's pretty. But man, it was hard to work with. It doesn't press. You can't, it doesn't, so when you're sewing, you really need things to press nicely to make it easier. And you need them to like stay together when you pin, and it just didn't. It slid all over the place. And as soon as I'd have it under the machine, and right as it was going under the needle, I'd pop the pin out, and it would just slide or bounce or do whatever it was going to do. And it took me 2 weeks to make a dress that would normally take me 2 days or 1 or 2 days, because I just couldn't bring myself to work on it because I was just dreading it. So I decided to do an accountability series here on my YouTube channel. And so I brought all of my subscribers along with me. So that fabric is the same fabric as this fabric. I have learned my lesson that I'm not going to be buying this fabric anymore, but I still have some. I still have several lengths of it that I need to sew up so I can get them out of my stash and I don't have to worry about messing with them anymore. Oh, I dread it. Okay. Whining session over. Now, let's fold this one. I mean, it's not terribly ugly. It's not awful, but it's polyester. Scarves. Not a bad idea. But I do wear headscarves sometimes, especially if I'm having a bad hair day, or if I have a super bad headache, I like to wrap my head in a scarf. I get bad headaches, like migraine kind of headaches. So if the pressure on my head actually helps, and sometimes I'll slide like an ice pack or a heat pack inside the scarf on my head, and that helps with the pain too. I have a special bonnet that I put on it's made from like velvet, and you put the little bonnet on, and then you can wrap a scarf over the top, and the texture from the velvet keeps the scarf on your head so it doesn't slide off. I actually got that from an Orthodox Jewish lady. Because did you know that Orthodox Jewish women that are married do not show their hair outside of their home? If you see an Orthodox Jewish woman in public that's married, she's either wearing a wig covering her hair or a scarf. They do not show their hair to anyone except for their husbands. So I got this bonnet. So about 7 or 8 years ago, I shaved all of my hair off of my head because it was falling out in patches. I had like an autoimmune thing going on. And so my hair was falling out anyway, so I just shaved it all off. And then I Googled, like, how can a white girl wear a headscarf? And then I found this Orthodox Jewish headscarf wrapping website. So, yes, Carrie, so I did watch the first one, but not last Friday. I will go back and watch it. Very frustrating. Yes, yes, but I finished it. And if you watch my Friday sews from yesterday, you get to see the finished dress, and it looks nice. It does. It came out not too bad. I think I'm the only one that sees all of the flaws. um, yes, yes. So Lori says yes. I learned that they wear wigs after I always thought that they had such beautiful hair. No, that's not their hair. It's wigs. Or if it's hot and itchy, they'll wear a scarf. Yep. Okay. Back to folding because I only have one more piece after this, and then I can go to bed because it's getting late here. Carrie, I don't know where you are, but I am in Eastern Europe. I am in the Czech Republic. So it's getting late here. So I'm just gonna finish folding this one and then one more, and then we'll call it a night. So I'm going to point you down so you can watch the folding process. Here we go. So I'm folding it into thirds now so I can make a long, narrow rectangle like this. I'm just trying to get as many of the lumps and bumps out as I reasonably can. I'm not too awfully concerned about it. Okay, now I'm folding this end down to make my pouch right here. Slide it. And then I'm going to go to this end and I'm just going to start folding it down. Until they meet in the middle like this. And then I take this and stuff it in the pouch. Like so. And then straighten it out and make it look neat and tidy. Good enough. There we go. And now it'll sit on my shelf nicely. Okay, so this shelf is looking a lot better than it did before. And it has a lot more space than it had before because it was stuffed full. And I only have one more fabric to fold, and I still have all that space right there. So this folding method is very efficient. Very efficient. I am in South Australia, Adelaide. It's 7:10 a.m. Good morning. Good morning, Carrie. It's Sunday morning there. Is it Easter? Is this Easter? I don't celebrate Easter, so I don't know. Is this Easter for you? I think, or is it Orthodox Easter? Is it regular? I don't know. I get confused. Oh, I was wrong. I have two more, but this is a little one. Okay, so this is something that I got. I don't know why I bought it, but I love it. So this is from fabrics.com before they went out of business. It's a black satin. With this beautiful roses motif on it. Can you see? And it's heavyweight. It's like ball gown quality. And it's just incredible. It is incredible. So I have the label here. What does it say? It says Jacquard. It's rose satin jacquard. So this is kind of what I was thinking if I was going to make a formal gown. This is what I would make it in. Yeah. Because it's beautiful. Just beautiful. Easter is next week. I'm not sure. So I think Orthodox Easter is this weekend. So in Europe, in Eastern Europe where I am, they're like Eastern Orthodox. I think that's this weekend. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I haven't celebrated Easter in a long, long time because in my religion we don't celebrate Easter. Okay. So how much did I have of this? 6 yards. 6 yards of this. That should be enough to make a floor length formal gown. 6 yards. As long as it's not too much extra frou-frou. You think? But this is, so, I mean, it's so beautiful. It is so, so beautiful. And it's just been sitting here for about 2 years, calling to me. But I want to get more skilled in more precision type of sewing before I attempt to cut into this incredibly beautiful fabric. So I want to make more dresses, and I want to work on making more complicated patterns of dresses. So that I can get my skill level up where I would feel like I could do this fabric justice, you know? Okay, so I'm going to tip you down so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I have my long. I'm just getting it all flattened out and nice. Okay, so fold this down to make my pocket. There it is. Whoop. And then fold this up. There we go. That's kind of bulky, isn't it? This is some heavyweight fabric. It's some heavy, heavy fabric. So I'm going to shove it in the pocket. So what I like about this is the ball gown pattern doesn't have to be so complex. It could be a more simple one that didn't require lining and all that kind of stuff, because this fabric is such a heavy weight that I wouldn't have to worry about lining it. There we go. All right. All I have left is some navy blue cotton twill. And this is just a small piece because I already used it to make a pair of pants once. So I don't have a lot left. So I don't have to worry about folding a lot on this one. So let's see. I have these little scraps. I'm just going to lay them inside and fold this into thirds. Pull that down like that, and then just stuff that in there. There we go. That was easy. I think I have enough of this twill to make another pair of pants, but I think they need to be cropped because I don't think it's quite long enough. That's okay. This is cotton, and I could totally make a summer crop pant with this. Okay, so I'm going to take you over to see the completed shelf. Check it out. Doesn't that look better? Doesn't that look a lot better? Now, I have a long way to go, guys. Long way to go. Because this one, and then this one. Oh my goodness. So, what I love about what I was just doing is that I now have way more space on this shelf than I had before. And before it was stuffed full. And that's the same fabric that I took off of that shelf, except for, hang on just 1 second. Except for some remnants, like this leftover from this that I made, which, I mean, it's not that big of a piece. I could just do the same thing real quick and stick it up there. It's big enough to probably make a dress. And I saved some of the bigger scraps from this jumpsuit as well. This is the Avenir jumpsuit from Friday Pattern Company that I made over the summer. And I made it 20 pounds ago, when I was 20 pounds lighter. But I was 30 pounds. So I've lost 10 pounds since I started this journey of keto that I'm on. So I'm doing better. It's going to take me a little bit of time, but I will get back to where this jumpsuit doesn't fit so tight across here anymore. I'm fortunate that the rise is fitting just fine. Okay, so there's that one in a little package. So I'll stick this one up here too. There we go. That looks okay. Right there. Okay. And then I have some of the leftover double gauze from a recent shirt that I made. Now, this one, I don't have enough to make another shirt because I'm busty. So I'm not sure exactly. What would you do with a 1 yard piece of double gauze? I mean, I could use it to twirl out a bodice for a new pattern, but I love this double gauze. You know, I could make a baby blanket. One of the ladies at my husband's work just had a baby. And wouldn't this make a cute baby blanket? Yeah, I could do that. What else could you make out of a 1 meter piece of double gauze? 7 watching now. Okay. Jill K. Hi, I'm glad to make it to the live. I'm from Texas. Hey, me too. Where are you in Texas, Jill? I don't live in Texas right now. Right now, I'm in Prague in the Czech Republic. That's where I'm living right now. Hence the name The Wandering Sewist, because I wander around the world. But Texas is my home. We own a house in Montgomery, which is north of Houston. off of, on the way to Huntsville. Where are you at in Texas? The Woodlands. Oh, you're near. Yes. Yes. My house is actually on the border of the Woodlands and Montgomery. So when I'm home, I will be near where you are. Yeah. Yep. 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 I know exactly where you are. Love the Woodlands. Spent a lot of time there. I have friends that still live there in the Woodlands today. So are the Joann stores still open there in Texas in the Woodlands area? Because I know there's like off of Rayford Sawdust, isn't there a Joann's there in that area? Or is it further south off of I-45? There's a big Joann's there, right? Am I wrong? Am I crazy? Let me know. What is it still? Okay, good. Now, apparently they're filing Chapter 11 bankruptcy, which means they're not going to sell off and close down. It means they're going to restructure. So I just went to the big one in Meyerland today. Ooh, I haven't been to that one. Did you by chance get any pictures? So, yes, I am going to try to figure out how to fold this. These odd shaped scraps are hard to fold. I just need to do this real quick, and then I'm gonna say goodnight because I got these scraps, and then I got my polka dot scraps from the dress I just finished. These are my two latest projects that I just finished making. Is I made a shirt out of this, and I made a dress out of this, kind of in the same color palette. Apparently, I like that. Sorry, no pics. It's huge. Oh, what'd you get? What'd you find? Anything good? And is there a pattern sale by any chance? Okay, there's a packet for this double gauze. That's okay, not too bad. There we go. See? Okay, just this, and then I'm good to go to bed. I don't know if I'll go to bed. You guys have got me all keyed up. I'm all excited now. I'm excited about Jill's fabric. Beautiful floor print, silky to make a. Oh, the heart's in the way. Somebody comment so I can see what she's making. Something for her daughter. McCalls are on sale for $1.99. What do you make? Somebody make a comment. Make it go up because the little heart's covering it. I can't see what she's making. She's making is it a shirt? Is it a shirt for your daughter, Jill? Inquiring minds want to know. Yes. McCall's is $2.99. Ah. Okay. So, that's just not like it used to be, is it? It used to be cheaper, didn't it? Bummer. I guess they have no choice but to raise the prices because of their Chapter 11. So I was watching. Do you guys follow Tiffany from Who's Your Handmade? She did a Friday sews this week, and she said that Joann's is not going to be getting a lot of new stock in for as often because since they're in Chapter 11, they have to pay cash for their new stock. They can't buy it on credit. So, the sale's until March the 30th. Is that for online too? I would have to order online because I'm in Czech Republic. See, that's one of the things two of the things I miss out on for sewing stuff is all of the great pattern sales in Joann's and going to thrift stores to source fabric. Not sure online. Okay. Because I used to be able to find all kinds of sources of fabric in thrift stores. Everything from sheets to fabric, just people just donated big pieces of fabric, tablecloths, even like big giant clothes that were like super duper plus size. I could take a giant skirt and cut it and have enough to make a lot. Yeah, I miss that. I miss going to thrift stores. So there are thrift stores in Prague, but they are called vintage shops and they charge almost retail prices. Almost. And it's not like going into a Salvation Army or a Goodwill. Not at all. Man, I miss America. Oh, I'm an American girl through and through. And I miss home. All right. This one's done. Oops, I got a little piece sticking out. Let me just pop that in. I'm gonna stick this on my shelf. And ta-da! I have one shelf. Beautiful. Now that shelf up there is not fabric. It's a quilt, wall hanging, a quilt top, and a rug that my daughter made. The next time I work on folding will be this shelf here. But I do want to show you one fabric from there before I say goodnight. This fabric, it has two sides. Of course, but fabric has two sides. But the special thing about the two sides of this fabric, this side is sparkly. I don't know if it's coming off on camera. Can you see the sparkles? But the colors are a little muted. But if you flip it over, the colors are deeper and brighter. And it's shiny-ish. But it's not sparkles like the other side. So tell me, which side is the right side? Is it the side with the sparkles? Or is it the side with the brighter colors? What do you think? I don't know. I love both sides. And I think that's the major thing that's stopping me, because this fabric is shamazin. It is the weight of it, the body of it. Made it so says the right side is whichever one you like better. I like the way you think. I like that. absolutely right. So the problem would be picking one. I guess it depends on what I'm going to make, right? So if I want if I want something more casual, then I would use the non-sparkly side. If I wanted something a little more dressy, then I would use the sparkly side. Right? Okay. So, but this fabric is it's a twill. It's a viscose twill, which is one of my favorite fabrics for making dresses because it's not sheer. It has body and drape, and I don't have to line if I don't want to. And it will have a lot of movement in the skirt and a lot of drapiness and fun. So there is a pattern that I've been thinking about for this dress. You know that Know Me pattern? Hang on. I'm going to get it. So it's Know Me Emmy 2016. And trying to get the number in the camera. There we go. Emmy 2016. So I think that this Sewing Seams with Deb. Good morning. Just tuning in from Perth, Australia. Hello, Deb. Good morning. How are you today? We're just finishing up the live stream. I just spent some time organizing this cubby, fondling my fabrics, and now we are matching this fabric with this dress. What do you think? This is a viscose twill, so it has more body, more oomph. I think that the designer intended for it to be more of like cottony, kind of like really structured fabric. But with my bigger middle, I'm not so comfortable with a super structured fabric because I'm a little bit bigger around my tummy tum. So I'm thinking something like this with a little bit less structure, a little bit more drape, but it still has some structure. Am I off? Is that a good match? What do all of you sewists think? I love the fabric. I think it will look lovely in the Know Me pattern. I'm the same with my tummy too. I like to have a bit more drape. Yeah. But I would like to do the epic longer sleeves. And I think that this fabric has just enough structure to pull off that sleeve too. So, and I think I would do the shorter length because if I do a longer sleeve, I don't want to, I have learned not to drown myself in fabric. I made a dress. It was the Butterick something. If you look back on my channel, I have a video like when the dress wears you. So I had this beautiful fabric. It was very, very bright, like yellow and orange, and this Butterick dress that was long sleeve, long dress, lots of tiers, ruffles, everything. And it was just too much dress for me, for my little body. I'm only 5'5" on a good day, and I'm kind of thicker around the middle, and So I just looked like a big glaring neon sign walking around. It was not, you didn't see me, you just saw this dress and it was too much fabric. So I think that for a longer sleeve, that's epic because this sleeve is dramatic. If you look at it, then I need a shorter dress in order to balance it out. And now if I was going to do sleeveless or short sleeves, then a longer dress would be good. But I don't really do short sleeves or sleeveless because I don't like showing my upper arms. I have in my family, the women in my family, we all have giant, like flabby skin here in our upper arms, and it doesn't matter what we weigh, we all have it. And I just, no, I don't feel comfortable. Yes. Does that, the heart's in the way, does that say the sleeves are to die for? Yes, I know. They're epic. Epic. So this is definitely on my radar for something that I would love to make soon, but I do need to twirl it. I have, you know, I just need to twirl the fit in the bodice, and especially like where the waist is going to hit me. Yes. So sewing seams with Deb says, and can I ask, do you have nice legs to feature with the shorter dress? Yes, I have a good shape to my legs. They're shapely. They're bigger, but they're shapely. They're shaped nicely. Yeah, definitely. I know where you're going there. So yeah. So I would twirl the bodice, just the bodice part, because I just want to make sure that the fit through the bust, because I do have a full bust. I'm a busty girl, so I want to make sure the fit through the bust is good, and that the waist is going to hit me where I want it to, like where at my smallest part. Sewing seams with Deb says, and no, if your legs are great, then definitely the shorter version with long sleeve. Yeah. Made It So says, I'm 4'11 and have a menopause middle compounded by my cystic fibrosis medication. I always had a flat stomach and struggling to adjust to my new shape. Oh, yes. Totally feel you there. I'm sorry about the cystic fibrosis. Is that the lung condition? I have to get my phone. I can't remember what it is. But yeah, I have autoimmune stuff going on along with menopause too, and some other issues that I don't want to talk about. But yeah, I feel you. Oh, it is a long way. Okay. Yes. Yeah. There's nothing worse in the world than not being able to breathe. I'm a severe asthmatic. And there have been times in my life where I have not been able to breathe and I have had to be rushed to the ER and be intubated. And it is awful. It's awful. Struggling for every breath is the worst thing on the planet. So I have sympathy I empathize with what you go through. So the news, yes, I mean, menopause. Yeah, I'm 56 and in the throes of menopause. So I get you. I get you. One patient gained 60 pounds in 9 months after starting this medication. Oh, that's awful. That's awful. I gained 60 pounds with my first pregnancy and never really lost it. I mean, I've lost it and gained it and lost it dozens of times. That first pregnancy is now 34 years old. And I have gained and lost that same 60 pounds dozens of times. dozens. Yeah. I had gotten down over this last summer. I had gotten down back to a good weight, and then I moved here to Eastern Europe and gained 30 pounds, just like boom. So now I'm back on the keto wagon, and I'm out walking every day, and I'm doing some yoga. Just some gentle things that I can do because I have some other issues I have to be careful of. So I'm being gentle with myself. But yeah, I'm working. I've lost 10 pounds of that 30 that I gained over the summer. I've lost 10. So I'm doing better. Sewing Scene with Deb said, you'll bet to the other side of you get to the other side of menopause and it makes it all worth it. I'm in my mid 60s and feel like I have stepped into my best self. Keep up the focus on health. Yes, you're right, Deb. And honestly, I had lost sight of that over mostly January and February and into March. I had lost sight of that. I think I went into like a depressive mode for a little while. I lost sight of it. I dropped the ball. And I just, yeah, as happens sometimes. But now I am coming out the other side better. I feel better. I feel happier. I've lost 10 pounds. I am getting out there and walking in the beautiful forest that surrounds our neighborhood, and yeah, doing better. I feel a lot better. Switching my antidepressant medication has helped too. So I think that's it for me. I've been waffling at you for 2 hours and 16 minutes. Deb says, I did keto for ages. I think it's a great short-term approach for sure. Zoning in nature is the best. Yeah. Yeah. I also do intermittent fasting. That really helps. To me, intermittent fasting helps more than the keto does. Because then I can turn on the fat burning mode with the fasting. Yeah. Yep. It was so lovely having all of you here with me this evening. I'm feeling very happy and uplifted by all of you coming to chat with me this evening. And I just thank you so much for coming. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you were late, Deb. That's okay. That's okay. There'll be more live streams because I enjoy them so much. I enjoy chatting with all of you. It's fun, but it is getting late here. What time is it? It's 10:15 at night. So I do need to go, and I just want to thank you all so much for coming to chat with me and help me to start to control this chaos mess and fondle my fabrics with me. So I appreciate you all, and I wish you all to have a fabulous rest of your weekend. And I hope you get lots of time to sew or do whatever it is that you love.